Welcome back. I'm Uday Pratap Singh. You're joining us on NewsX. Pakistan Army Chief General Asim Munir has come under fire for his shocking statements peddling the two-nation theory while also raking up Kashmir in his tirade against India and Hindus during the Overseas Pakistan Convention in Islamabad. The Chief General asserted that India and Pakistan were two different nations, emphasizing that Pakistanis were different from Hindus with respect to religion, culture, customs, thoughts and ambitions. Asim Munir went on to say that previous generations of Pakistan struggled incessantly to give shape to the nation. However, Munir's rant didn't stop there, with the general proceeding to needle India over Kashmir, calling Kashmir Islamabad's jugular vein, as he asserted that Pakistan would not forget the same and leave its Kashmiri brothers. As the general addressed the gathering of Pakistanis settled abroad, he said they must not forget that they belong to a superior ideology and culture. This comes even as Pakistan sees itself in the grasp of a renewed insurgency in Balochistan and Pakistan's purported atrocities against minorities. India, meanwhile, is yet to respond officially to these controversial remarks. But let's in fact listen in to what the Pakistani army chief had to say.
बच्चों को जो है आपने जरूर सुनानी है ताकि वो पाकिस्तान की कहानी ना भूलें. Well, our forefathers they thought that we are different from the Hindus in every possible aspect of life. Our religion is different, our customs are different, our traditions are different, our thoughts are different, our ambitions are different. That was the foundation of the two-nation theory that was laid there. That we are two nations, we are not one nation. So because of that, our forefathers, they struggled, mounted that incessant struggle to create this country. Our forefathers, they have sacrificed immensely, and we have sacrificed a lot for the creation of this country, and we know how to defend it.
Major Leke Sivach, a former Chief Territorial Army, is joining us live. Himanshu Bhatt, senior journalist, is live with us. Pathikrit Payan, geopolitical analyst, joins us live. Madhav Nalappa, editorial director of the Sunday Guardian, is also with us on the broadcast. Let me make a start with you first, Major Sivach. What do you make of this shocking statement, in fact, shocking tirade by the Pakistan Army Chief?
You know, this is the ground reality. Now, this is what Pakistan Jannah think about it. You know, while speaking to overseas Pakistani convention in Islamabad, Jannah Asim Munir has very categorically conveyed that we are different than Hindus because our religion is different, our tradition are different, our customs are different, our ambitions are different. So the point today is, as far as Pakistan is concerned, after independence, they have taken a different line, in no doubt about it. And today, it is the hub center of terrorism. And that's the biggest difference which India and Pakistan today is there. Because India has followed a path of development and construction and secularism. And Pakistan has followed a path of destruction and terrorism. And that's where the Pakistan lies today. And he is trying to blame India. He is trying to now say, as far as the Kashmir is concerned, Kashmir is their jugular vein. I say that as far as the Kashmir is concerned, the only problem which is left is what basically our external affairs minister has also stated time and again, and it has been also stated in the parliament many times, that the POK which has been illegally occupied by Pakistan, it must come back to us. This is the only problem which is left as far as Jammu and Kashmir is left. So all this rhetoric which Asim Munir is trying to give to this audience there, basically overseas audience in Islamabad, he is trying to hide that fear that today they are the most vulnerable. Political instability, economic crisis and terrorism is increasing manifold in Pakistan. Pakistan is on a brink of a civil war. There are chances of Pakistan breaking into four. One is in Khyber Pakhtunkhwa, Balochistan, Sindh and Punjab, and POJK and Gilgit-Baltistan joining India. This is going to be a reality, and Asim Munir is trying to now divert the attention of the people. He is trying to tell these overseas people that, you know, they should not forget that how this nation was born and how this nation came into existence. Of course, this nation came into existence in 1947. But where are you now taken that country to? See where the India has gone, become a fifth largest economy, likely to become third largest economy in another about 2-3 years, fourth largest military power. And Pakistan is nowhere. Pakistan is only in the map where you say that terrorism is there. So therefore, Whatever Jana Asim Munir has conveyed to overseas convention, I feel this is a fear he's trying to hide. He feels they are Pakistanis today vulnerable, and he's trying to divert the attention of the people, nothing else today.
Senior journalist is also with us on the broadcast. Himanshu, does this expose the Pakistani army's mindset? You know, what is the relevance of the two-nation theory suddenly to the overseas Pakistan diaspora? Does this show the misplaced priorities of Pakistan, where obviously it's the army that's calling the shots, and they are just focused on issues like religion, Kashmir, which shows why they are in the state that they are in today?
You might ask the question why they are in the state that they are in today. For them, this is the state, and that's why, when he said something, our thoughts are different, our ambitions are different. See, understand one thing. Their thought is very clear. There might be few people here who are secular. Their thought is very, very clear. That we are communal and we want to bleed India 1,000 cuts. As simple as that. Their ambition is not to become a 10 trillion economy, unlike Bharat. Their ambition is to go to Jannat with 72 hoods. He's made it very clear. Why are you surprised at this statement? In fact, I'll tell you very frankly, this is what after 75 years of independence that Pakistanis have not forgotten. They exactly remember why Pakistan was created and what is their job. Their job is to constantly pin and prickle India, or Bharat as we call it. And for them, Yahud and Hanud. And he, went all the way to say that there are only two nations in the world which are made. One, that Medina, and the other one, by reading Kalba, Pakistan is made. He was trying to tell his audience, he was trying to cater to the Pakistani audience by telling 1,200 overseas Pakistanis, which they wanted to hear. Because that is what they also do. See, a moment a Pakistani goes out of Pakistan, you will hardly hear anyone singing praises of Pakistan. But when they are in Pakistan, they will talk everything that the establishment suits them. So, I am not surprised. In fact, what I heard today, cleared my thoughts that those Aman Ki Asha gangs, in Bharat need to realize it. That look, you are of no consequences to a country called Pakistan also than leave alone Bharat. I'll put it that way.
Yes. Also joining us now at this point is Pathikrit Pine. Pathikrit Pine, what do you make into this rant by Pakistan Army Chief General Munir? Does this expose Pakistan Army once again? Does this show us about what General Munir's priorities are in his tenure as Pakistan Army Chief? What more do we know about the man through these statements that he's made, Pathikrit Pine?
Uday Munir will exactly do what other generals have done. They will just run away after their tenure is over by stealing money. In fact, most of the Pakistanis who are of any, worth actually have dual passports, so they always have the other passport ready. The issue is this, we can keep on abusing the Pakistanis. They are literally a dead country, but those who actually fantasize about either Aman Ki Asha or taking over half of Pakistan, please understand there are radicalized lot. The problem is with us. The problem is when they say that they are superiors and we are not. They have been denigrating Hindus. But please tell me, this is exactly what we have also done. From 1947, what have we taught our students, our generations? Have we inculcated them with the Sanatan Sanskriti? Have we inculcated them with what has been erased for 1,000 years? You can divide the Pakistan, or probably they will divide themselves. They have so much of ingrained hate, they will divide themselves. But even when they divide themselves into, say, probably around 5-6 smaller entities, they'll still continue to have the same kind of hatred for you. And it is us that we keep on, clamoring, championing It is we who keep on championing the cause of secularism, that all are equal. It is a parasite of ultra-secularism with us, not with them. So even 75 years down the line, they are very clear that what they want to do with us. The problem is we are the confused lot. The problem is we are the confused lot. We spend a lot of money in the madrasa education. We say that, Sarva Dharm Sambhav. We keep on harping that, no, a stable Pakistan is in our interest. And let me tell you, Munir was not talking to the Pakistanis alone. Let me tell you, Munir was not talking to Pakistanis alone. He was talking to all people of the Pakistani mindset in the whole of South Asia. So, a lot of Bangladeshis will echo with what he was saying. We should introspect what we gained by our ultra-secularism.
Interestingly, Pakistan and Bangladesh foreign ministers are also meeting today, Pathikrit Pai.
Yes, absolutely. I think a lot, sorry to say, some in India would also echo what Munir is saying. I don't know how much my properties are or your properties are safe from somebody claiming it tomorrow in the name of Waqf. In my country, Hindus have to run away where the demography has altered. Have we been able to save them? Have we been able to? So we are the ones, we destroyed ourselves in the name of caste and language. We allowed the ecosystem to destroy us from inside and divide the Hindus, and we keep on getting divided. In the name of language, in the name of cult, in the name of regionalism, we keep on in the name of North-South divide. We are doing it, and we still hope that even if you become a $10 trillion economy, the people with the Pakistani mindset in South Asia will still continue to dream that they will destroy you, and they'll create harm for you. The problem is with us that we still have an open border with Nepal, which is used by Pakistan for terrorism. The problem is with us that we think that so long as we keep the Pakistan border secure, we are very, very secure while keeping the Bangladesh border porous. The problem is with us that we have not been able to fence 400 kilometers till there and still believe that Rafale will solve all our problems. You cannot solve the problem of Rafale by that. The problem is with that mindset. The problem is with the mindset in Bangladesh. And if 50% of the people sitting in that convention were Bangladeshis, they would have clapped equally. Even though 50 years back, it is the same Pakistanis who raped and, looted, killed 30 lakh people of Bangladesh, both Hindus and Muslims. And still they will cheer for the Pakistanis and mock at the Indian Hindus, even though it was India who saved them. So please understand what I'm saying. What I'm saying is this: we have lost the narrative war because we have never focused on that. Most of the people in this country, they say, what was Asim Munir saying? That Hindus are inferior. That is what he tried to say. Look, you may say that he is another nerd saying all these things. I don't care. That is one thing. But please tell me, how many Hindus take the pride in the fact that the zero was invented by a Sanatani?
Right.
Or that so first surgery was done by somebody from our origin. We don't know our own Sanskriti. So if we have to say that we are superior than others, then we have to inculcate that in our own education system. Have we done that since 1947? Till today, the history books tell us that the invaders were the ones who saved us. Till today, we believe it is the upper caste who are responsible for all the problems in this country. We whitewash the torment and the torture done by invaders for the last 1,000 years. And we believe that, look, Pakistan will be divided. We are a $5 trillion economy about to be, so we are better off. We are a confused lot. They have a Shatru Bodh. We don't have it. We don't know why. And then some people will clamor for a cricket match of India and Pakistan. Merely defeating Pakistan in a cricket match is not going to solve. And please understand, Pakistan is not just a country. The country may get dissolved tomorrow. Pakistan is an ideology of hatred which wants to destroy India. The issue is they are very clear what they want to do with us. The thing is, are we clear about what we want to do? That is my point. Back to you.
Okay. Madhav Nalapat, in fact, is also with us now on the broadcast. Professor Nalapat, let me quickly rope you in here now to these latest statements, how you interpret them, what you read between the lines, what do you make of the audience where General Munir was speaking? Was it intended for him, or was it intended for a wider audience? And if so, whom?
Well, look, my information is General Munir has himself got relatives staying in the United States. He has got friends in the UK. Now, are they going to start talking about being superior to other people in the US or the UK? They're living and working together with Hindus. Very often the Hindus may be their superior officers and supervisory officers. Are they going to say, no, we are superior, so we should be a supervisory officer? I'm not going to listen to you? Of course not. The fact is that this is utter nonsense, and frankly, there's a lot of justice in what Patrick is saying. We should have learned the full 5,000 years. I mean, I'm just going 5,000 years of properly recorded history and properly provable history. And then in our history books, we would have got a much better idea of what the Bharat is all about. Unfortunately, the textbooks that we got are basically, diluted copies of the British era textbooks. And these textbooks were meant to divide, they were meant to basically ensure the lack of confidence. And everybody knows that you must get confidence before you achieve anything. If you want to start a startup, you need a lot of confidence to destroy that confidence. And now on top of that, we have got the Chinese helping the Pakistanis spread their vicious message, spreading their own vicious messages in India. And these may, and that is basically, again, that China has already won. I mean, the Donald Trump administration doesn't believe that. Prime Minister Narendra Modi certainly does not believe that. And so far as the Bangladesh and Nepal border are concerned, I think very firm steps have been taken by the present government to meet these challenges. But for a long time, these challenges were left unaddressed. And I mean, we all know the consequences. In some border states, we know the consequences. People came in who were basically, Chinese supported people. People came in from Nepal who were Pakistan supported people. The reality is that under the Prime Minister, we are very, very clear. The entire 1.4 billion people of Bharat will be given the same deal. And he has done that. Every scheme of his is for everybody. And I would like to ask General Munir, will any of his relatives or friends in countries outside Pakistan dare to say what he has said to them? They will listen to him because, frankly, it's dangerous not to listen to the army chief in Pakistan. But the reality is they will never follow any such guidance. And the reality is that every modern country is essentially a country where different elements are brought together, but it's also a country that takes pride in its heritage. Some of the European countries have almost invented their heritage. We don't need to do that. We have a wonderful heritage of about 5,000 years. We don't have to invent anything, Uday. All we have to do is to teach it. And the steps are being taken in that direction. Of course, there's a lot of opposition from those who are used to a neo-colonial mindset and to the neo-colonial style of textbooks and teaching. But that is happening, and I can tell you it's happening as we speak. And I can also tell you that it will be complete in about 3 years' time, that process of transformation. And thereafter, in about next 4 years, it will be stabilized so that the people of India understand and are proud of the fact of the ancient civilization they belong to. The Greeks, the Romans, the Italians celebrate the Romans. The people of Greece and Macedonia, North Macedonia, celebrate the ancient Greek epics. We have so many wonderful epics. We have epics in Tamil, Shilapatikaran, such a wonderful epic. We have epics in Sanskrit, so many beautiful epics. And we don't teach any of that. People don't know. There are the songs of Vidyapati. Vidyapati is frankly, his poetry is beyond comparison of any poem I have read, and I've read a lot of poems. But who knows about Vidyapati? Who has heard about Vidyapati? Hardly anyone. So I would say there's a point in this, but I would also say take heart, remedial action is being done, and it does not mean differentiating one section of the people from another. That is not the way forward. I mean, further fragmenting the way Pakistan is being fragmented. And I quite agree, the Pashtuns are going to get free. The Sindhis are going to break free. Balochis are going to break free. Pakistan is going to break up. And all this will happen while Asim Munir settles down happily in the UK or in the US with his ill-gotten money, and then he can celebrate, and then I'm sure he will not even bother to reflect why this happened. Except the fact is, the army in Pakistan has been in denial from the very beginning that they are the source of the problem in Pakistan. They have drained the country of resources. They have expropriated ordinary Pakistanis of assets and everything else. They are the problem, Uday, and they have to keep diverting it with this ridiculous fantasy that caused the two-nation theory. And personally, I wish our founding fathers had basically said, all right, if there is some problem, we'll face it, but we will not agree to this two-nation theory. I think agreeing to Pakistan itself was a huge mistake. But having said that, the problems that have been caused by that mistake are being rectified by the people of Pakistan.
Okay.
They will begin to rectify the people of Bangladesh, and they are being rectified at speed by Prime Minister.
Now, how does this? How should we officially respond to this, Major Sivach? I believe India has not officially responded as yet. What would be a fitting response?
No, as far as response is concerned, in United Nations, we have been giving a suitable response whenever they raise the issue of...
No, to this issue in particular, what do you believe would be the best response?
See, my point is we can only say one thing, that Pakistan is seeing the image of their own in the mirror. Now, whatever they have started off in 1947, today they have become the same thing. You see, my point is India does not have to respond. He himself has responded by saying that Pakistan is in a total mess today. Remember when Pakistan got independent, they were having a 23% of minorities of Hindus, Sikhs, Parsis and Christians. Today they are 1%. So the fact which is telling that the Muslims are superior than the others and they are different than Hindus, and that's what has happened. Where are the rest of the minorities gone? And Ahmadiyyas, who were in the forefront of two-nation theory, they went from India to Pakistan, and they are the one which were then addressed as a non-Muslim. They cannot enter to the mosque of basically a Muslim mosque. So Pakistan is a problem itself. Pakistan is having a medicine which they created for others. You remember that whatever is happening in Pakistan is this terrorism has not come from outside.
Okay. In fact, interestingly, on this very issue, the Ministry of External Affairs has responded now to Pakistan Army Chief General's remarks during a press briefing, strongly registering objection to the Pakistan officials' Kashmir overtures. Ministry of External Affairs spokesperson Adi Jaiswal has slammed General Asim Munir's Kashmir comments, asking how could a foreign entity be claimed as a jugular vein. The ministry has asserted that Kashmir was a union territory of the Indian subcontinent and hit back at Pakistan, asking them to vacate POK. Pathikrit Pine, in fact, is also still live with us. Pathikrit, finally a response from the Indian side. The Ministry of External Affairs has slammed Pakistan General's comments. They've said, how can a foreign entity be a jugular vein of them? Jammu and Kashmir is our integral part. It's our union territory. In fact, they need to vacate POK immediately.
Well, absolutely, Uday. I congratulate the Minister of External Affairs for this strong response. See, the Pakistanis actually can't do anything in Kashmir. They can't even defend half their own territory. But my only submission is that there's a difference along with the response. We also need to realize where we faltered in the name of ultra-secularism. That is the only thing. Otherwise, I strongly support the response. But we should not stop at the response itself. We must introspect as a country from 1947 onwards, where all we faltered and what all we should do. I completely agree with Madhav sir when he said that the present dispensation is doing a lot of good work. And I think people must support, and there are a lot of work still left to be done, which has to be collectively done. But the first and the most important thing is the realization that we have actually stabbed ourselves in the back by being too much ultra-secular, by being too much politically correct. That is the thing. We don't need any validation from the West. कि अरे West क्या कहेगा अगर हम ये कर दे तो. I am not saying we should be dividing the country on religious lines. I'm only saying the whole essence of Bharatiyata, what Prime Minister Modi is, actually advocating, has to be inculcated in our own education system, so that every Muslim, every person of any religion must understand the Sanskriti of this country.